I'd like to welcome everyone here today. This is our first meetup group to be held in the Bay Area. And before I start, may I know who are from the Union City area here? All right, Union City. How about people who are new to the Bay Area, so we know? Okay, we have a few. First, I'd like to thank our sponsors today, the Adobo Connection. And I'd like to thank Carla Sia, who is the owner and partner of Adobo Connections.
Hello, my name is Pat Irby. I am assistant principal here at Guy Manuel Elementary School, just like a quarter-mile away, close to Mission Boulevard. I'm also a PASE member of Filipino American Society for Education. We're also part of the coalition that's trying to rename Alvarado Middle School to Philip Vera Cruz Larry Leong Middle School. 2 years ago, the school board voted to make the change, but now after waiting for a conversation with the school board, really with the school district, they're now adding more conditions. And really, unfortunately, as a coalition member, we feel that they're asking the community to double dip, to double pay for something that they should believe in. And so, not to cut into my 2 minutes, but we're going to be having meetings. We'll be meeting with the board in the next few board meetings, board sessions, and we want our community to come out and say that we want this change. We have several people, Anthony Chavez, the grandson of Cesar Chavez. We have the Dolores Huertas Foundation and representatives from Dolores Huertas' office supporting this name change. Congressman Swalwell, Assemblyman Rambanta have all expressed over the last 2 years their willingness to support this name change, but there's still pushback on changing this name. A lot of it has been very divisive, pitting, of all things, the Latino community versus Filipino, which is horribly unfortunate because here 3 strong labor leaders from California, Cesar Chavez, Larry Itling, and Philip Vera Cruz, and they're pitting these 3 icons against each other in our own community where they worked and sweated and sacrificed for our community. And so our community really doesn't know, and we're going to try to educate them over the next next few months. It should have been over the last 2 years, but again, the district didn't see fit to have this conversation while we were getting ready to do what we need to do. Our target is to open Philip Vera Cruz, Larry Itliong Middle School in the fall. But again, the coalition wants the school board to give us an up or down vote, a yes or no. Because the money that they want us to raise upwards towards $50,000 is really a red herring. And it's really a disservice to the community when they say it's $50,000 or else you don't get a name change. And so just 2 minutes. Sorry about that. I'll be passing out more information about Larry Itliong and Philip Vera Cruz. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. We will also be posting. I'm sorry, I'm going over. I'm also president of the Filipino American Association of Educators of California. We'll be having a conference in Sacramento and meeting with legislators in the fall of October. I think we're going to be that Halloween weekend. And so look for us online on Facebook. And then there will be other contact information about the conference coming in October. Oops.
So has everyone registered? If not yet, please register with Frances. And for those who have already registered, you can go get your food on the side. So. Well, I'll do my introduction also. So my name is Carla Sia. I'm co-owner of Adobo Connection. So we're a chain of restaurants from the Philippines. And we came to the Bay Area because we're really passionate about bringing Filipino food to non-Filipinos. So hope you enjoy the food. We welcome feedback. And I hope to see you again. Who's next?
Hi everyone, I'm Katrina Soledad, and I have my own cookbook and also a website called Fit Chef for Life, and it's about fitness, food, and fashion. And also, I'm a columnist at the Manila Mail newspaper. It's the same thing about my passions, which are food, fashion, and fitness. And I'm very active in Power ng Pinoy and also Global Filipino Network, and I'm one of the segment hosts and correspondents for Power ng Pinoy TV show. And I'm also one of the writers and contributors for Global Filipino Network. So, hi everyone.
My name is Carrie Giudici, and I'm honored to have been asked by Arnold and his wonderful team to be the editor of the new magazine, the Global Filipino Network magazine. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm really tired of having people say, I never knew that Filipinos did that. I never knew Filipinos were there. I never knew Filipinos could do this and that. There's so many contributions that Filipinos and Filipino Americans have made to society, and I'm really excited to be in a position as the magazine editor to invite everyone, including all of you, to participate in the magazine. And if not, I hope that everyone will like, if you've ever thought about you'd like to be a writer, well, this is your chance, because I can help you write a good article. Or if you've ever thought that your mission or your movement deserves more attention, then let's do an article about it and publish it. Although it'll be for Filipinos and Filipino Americans, really what we want to do is bridge the gap between cultures from the Filipino side. And I just have to mention, speaking of magazines, my daughter is on the cover of this one. She was married on The Bachelor. They just celebrated their first anniversary. So here's a little Pinay power for you. The first woman of color on reality TV to gain any status and success. So I'm very proud of her, Catherine. And I look forward to talking to all of you. And thank you very much for finding a way to get involved and to get active, because with Arnold's leadership, I think there's an incredible potential for us to really change, so people don't keep saying, you know, I never knew Filipinos could do that, or they did that. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, I'm Sebastian. I'm not Filipino. I'm from Denmark originally. I came here for college. I work at a startup that just won the launch competition, and if no one knows what that is, it's the largest startup conference in the world, and we won that. And the way we won that was we built a product that essentially takes the power of all the remittances service in the world, take those fees by 95%, and just let the consumer decide what the fees are. So we created the first product in the world where the consumer at the end choose the fees, and it's anonymous and private. Anyway, I've been going to all these Filipinos and try to get more involved in the Filipino community, and our app is specifically designed for the Filipino community, and it's something that the co-founders and has been living there for many years and whatnot and care deeply about. So I'll be here, and this won't be my first event, and it won't be my my last event, and I look forward to connecting with all of you and hearing your stories, and hopefully we can help do something really cool together. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Susan, and I'm glad that I'm here today through the invitation of Arnold. Just to give you a quick background, my background is really into managing business. So I managed business in the Philippines, and I was a general manager of Ford Philippines before my husband forced me to migrate to the US. And so my dear friend also encouraged me to open up his very first restaurant here in the US, which is Jerry's Grill. So I opened up Jerry's Grill, managed it for 8 years, and I found out one day that I've been working too hard for the company of other people. And so my greatest passion really is into children, and this is my daughter-in-law. She gave me my first granddaughter, and this is my second granddaughter, soon to be born on March 27. And so I opened up my daycare. So I have my daycare. It's been 1 year and it's all fully full already with kids. It's just a small licensed daycare, and I'm here to also network with people because I wanted to help those who are really into going into business. That owning a business is really not that hard. It is very, very possible only if you have the right passion. So I have a daycare. I'm situated in Hayward in Eden Shores, my little footsteps. So my vision is to apply for my license this coming March, and for next year, I'm gonna need to open a center. Thank you, and hope to see you more often.
Hi, I'm Carlos Miguel Asa. I just moved to the Bay Area last August to pursue graduate studies at UC Berkeley. I'm studying human-computer interaction. When I was in the Philippines, I worked on a nonprofit and a social enterprise. Basically, we set up a volunteer portal called ivolunteer.com.ph, which was like the first nonprofit volunteer portal which allowed anybody to volunteer with nonprofits across the Philippines. Yeah, I graduated in 2016, and I look forward to networking and building my own network of Filipino network here in the Bay Area.
I can go next.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Paulo Riza, and I guess I'm also a new corporate guy. I'm the new corporate guy. I work at Marvell Semiconductor, that's in Santa Clara, and I'm new here in the Bay Area, just I would say 7 months. Before that, I was doing grad school at UCLA. So 5 years I've lived at LA, and I don't really know a lot of people here. That's why I got interested in meeting the Filipinos and also the entire community.
Thanks. Hi, I'm Chris. I'm Chris Carr with Filipino Advocates for Justice. FAJ is a 41-year-old nonprofit. We are based in Oakland, and we also have a center here in Union City where we work predominantly with people ages 13 to 17, drug and alcohol prevention, leadership development, community organizing, whole bunch of fun stuff. I'm here with my coworker Rachel, and we are also here with the Philip Veracruz Larry Itliong Middle School Coalition. And hello, that's it.
Hi, everyone. Yes, my name is Rachel. I'm also with Filipino Advocates for Justice. And like Chris said, we work with youth here in Union City. And in our Oakland office, we also work with low-wage workers as well as our immigration services where we provide naturalization, family petitioning, and as well as DACA and DAPA assistance, which are the new deferred actions that was announced by Obama 2 years ago and a new one in November. And so, so we're just here with the coalition, and as well as just letting our presence known. That's it.
All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Patrick Lorenzo. I work at St. Mary's College. I work in admissions. I've been in higher ed now for about 11 years. So anything that has to do with getting students and families to understand what it takes to get into college, understand all the nuances that go with it, the challenges and issues with Filipinos in higher education, that's what I'm passionate about, and that's what brings me here today. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Josie Camacho, and I am the Secretary Treasurer of the Alameda Labor Council, which represents 100,000 union members in Alameda County. And one of the programs that we do and why I'm excited to be here in Union City is to support President Obama's executive order. So those of you who have family, friends, or relatives that are undocumented, you, under the President Obama's initiative, will be able to apply for a work permit. We are working very closely with organizations like Filipino Advocates for Justice, Labor Community, all our Board of Supervisors are supportive, as well as our City of Oakland Mayor Schaaf. And so this big event is going to be on April 4th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We have a whole line of attorneys who are going to be doing pro bono legal advice service, and a lot of community organizations, including the health department, free screening and whatnot. So please get the word out and make sure you talk to Chris or Rachel, because they are part of the coalition and have the information. The other thing is we are here also in support of the renaming of the school, and like to thank Pat Irby and other of you, the coalition folks, because we're very interested in supporting that effort.
My name is Victor Uno. I work with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, and when we read about the funding challenges for the renaming of the schools for Itliong and Veracruz, we wanted to see what we can do to help. Our union has helped with scoreboards and signs in schools to help the community and to tell them about our apprenticeship and training programs. We work hand in hand with our contractors. Many of our electrical workers, we have 126,000 in the western region. They are working at Apple, Google, Facebook, building future campuses and futures for everyone. And so we just wanted to reach out to Union City, see what we can do to help. And Arnold, thank you for inviting us.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. My name is Glen, and I was born in New Jersey, and then my parents, who are immigrants, they immigrated to New Jersey. I was born there, and then we actually drove cross-country in a Toyota Corolla, 1988, all the way over here. It just barely made it, and we still have that car today. It has about 400,000 miles on it. And, I grew up in Union City. I got here at about the age of 2, and I went through the entire school system here. Saw it change from those years up to now, and obviously it's changed a lot. The Filipino community has gotten much more active. And one of my passions, other than obviously my own career, is a lot of community organization. And this is one of the largest Filipino communities in the United States, actually. And it's always been my passion to work with the youth, with the Filipinos, and just because we represent such a large part of the community, obviously it's important for us to have great representation. So a little bit about myself and my company. Obviously, I have a startup tech company. I do music streaming, and so that company will actually launch on this coming Monday. And one of the things that is really interesting is that all the different kinds of people you meet, all the different kinds of, especially in the tech industry. Some of you might be familiar, or a lot of you must be familiar with Dado Banatao. He's a multi-billionaire CEO, investor, and he happens to be Filipino. And he's done a lot of work trying to connect Filipinos in the Philippines with getting them involved in the technology sector and bringing them here, training them, etc. And so with my own company personally, reaching out to the Filipinos and trying to do something to make a change, especially in Union City, which is just so fertile for that kind of a future, that's one of the things that I plan to do. So I'm really glad to be here, really happy to be here. To meet everybody. This is actually one of the first mixers that I've actually gone to, so thank you, Arnold, for inviting me. But I am going to stay for, I guess, some discussion, but I'd like to, I know that we're running a little bit late, so I'll keep the program moving, but thank you.
Let's give it up for Glenn. Thank you so much. And next one we have, what's the name of the company? House of Wisdom, right. Yeah. And here's Mark to tell us more about the coffee brewing.
Hi, my name is Mark. Thanks. Some of you may know me, Norman. Actually went to PYC with Chris over there. So I'm the owner of a cottage food operation that specializes in specialty coffee roasting. It's House of Wisdom, and some people may ask us why House of Wisdom. Well, one of the main values that I hold as a company is educating consumers about specialty coffee. and coffee has come a long way from just plain old Maxwell House and Folgers. And there's different origins, different flavors and such, and all these different brew methods. And so that's one thing that we try to teach others and everything. So we offer bags of beans for delivery in the local county. And I'd like to invite anyone. I don't really, I can't really do a brew demo right now, but I do want to invite everyone who's interested in learning to come over, and we'll have a more intimate lesson and everything. And you could also sample the coffee. I have some Indonesian Sumatran beans that I'd like to have you guys try. So definitely, please come by and we'll talk some more. And thank you again for having me. Thank you, Carla, for having me also invite. All right, thanks.
So let's continue our round of introductions. I want to introduce the younger ones who are here, so the next generation, some of my good friends. So let's start with Carlos. I wasn't listening. Bernice.
Hi, everyone. My name is Bernice. Currently, I work for an organization called Reading Partners, and we are a literacy organization, and we work with students who are behind in reading and help them catch them up to grade level. So yeah, that's what keeps me busy in the day, and I'm also working towards my high school math teaching credential.
Hi, everyone. I'm Bernardo, and just graduated in the Philippines in 2012. And I'm working here in Hot Chalk. It's an organization where it's an online education where people gets to do online higher education for online, and we connect universities to people who are having a hard time and helping them finish their course. Thank you. So.
Excuse me. Hi, my name is Josephine Schooler. I live in San Jose for 34 years. Real estate background, I am a Phil Chamber member, Sampaguita Lions Club Forever member. I'm also a Superior Court Tagalog interpreter, and 3 grandsons. Thank you. And thank you for the breakfast, it's very good.
Go over here. I see Norman and Imelda.
Thank you. I have to stand up because I don't want to let you see my back. Hi, as Carla said, I'm Norman Leoncio, a recent, let's say, relocated resident of Union City. We were in South San Francisco for many years, and friends of mine, contemporaries, have invited us to at least check out Union City, and I was glad to really have looked into it because I believe Union City is one of the better secrets in the Bay Area. And my contemporaries they used to be the Vice Mayor, Manny Fernandez, and Jim Navarro, who is going to be running for mayor next year. And I guess a lot of you know him. My background is basically 42 years in architecture, all kinds of architecture, hospitals, hotels, and whatnot. But great many years with Stanford University. I managed the hospital and research projects there. And also, I have major experience in the hotel business, doing Four Seasons, Ritz-Carlton, one and only, and really high-end hotels. I don't mean to brag, but I was just exposed to those type of projects. But recently, I'm enjoying doing business development proposals, and as well as promoting rewards programs and loyalty programs for businesses. And I'm enjoying it. It's a complete diversion from architecture. But, I won't further elaborate, but we can talk if you want to at least expand on my experience. And I'd like to pass it on to my wife, Imelda, without the shoes.
My name is Imelda Leoncio, Norman's wife. We had moved to Union City about 8 years ago. As Norman said, it's a best-known secret, so we don't let everybody know how happy we are here. We did come from South San Francisco, raised our children there. We have 2 sons. And when we became empty nesters, this was the ideal place to be, we thought, and we looked around. I've enjoyed my temporary part-time summer job for 42 years. I'm in the travel industry. I worked for American Express and travel services, and I did from financial to travel, and I retired young. And with all the training I had in the background, I've always heard people say that they were intrigued by the Philippines, but there weren't any really packages or any itinerary that included the Philippines. Why? Well, when I asked tour companies and tour operators, number 1 was political unrest, number 2, security, and number 3, it wasn't really called for. But no, I defy all of that. So when I went into retirement, I really wanted to do something that would, again, wake up people to the Philippines and to the community. And so I set up my own company, Imelda Leoncio Travel Center, and I make people's dreams come into reality. I do sell tickets, I do cruises, but I wanted to do something more to each an individual. So I do have a select clientele, and I do have the intention of doing something, of having maybe a group going to the Philippines. I just came back about 14 days ago with a cruise going to Philippines, Boracay, Vietnam, Malaysia, Hong Kong. And then I stayed in the Philippines for 9 days after, and I visited Palawan because I heard so much and never been. But that's my intent. And I want to piggyback also on Arnold, where it's time and during our retirement to give back. We've been blessed many, many times over. And if I can help a community, if I can help any type of fundraising, I think that is first and foremost important now, of giving back. And being in the Philippines recently and seeing how happy they are, content with whatever they had. And obviously their hospitality has been overwhelming. We brought our son, who was there when he was 12, but now he's full-blown adult. We almost had to drag him to the airport. He did not want to come back per se, or not that soon. So we were invited here by Carla, as we frequent Adobo Connection. So I'm glad to be here, and it's a very good opportunity to meet each and every one of you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Isi Rasua. I just moved here in the US 2 years ago. And I worked full-time before for Gawad Kalinga and Human Nature. So I'm here now with a mindset that what we were doing in the Philippines can be done here in the US as well. As a background for Human Nature, as their business development manager for that, for Human Nature, we manufacture genuinely natural personal care products, wherein we believe that, and as one of our top and one of our key priorities is really sourcing our raw materials for farming communities in the Philippines, because we believe that as long as our farmers remain poor, our country will always remain poor. And I'm so passionate to see that our country is so rich with natural resources, but we lack in production. So through our products, natural care products, we help farming communities develop high-value crops from their low-value crops and create prosperity for them. And fair trade purposes, beyond fair trade as a matter of fact, and how we can make living wage for our workers in the Philippines with a labor fee of $450 per day, which is less than $10, we pay them at least double, $750, just for them to have a living wage in the Philippines. And we are doing real well and helping more and more communities in the Philippines. Now, we are tasked to go global, and I love how Arnold mentioned earlier that we can go mainstream and how to go about it. And as like Carrie mentioned earlier, that it's done by the Filipinos. Yes, it is done by Filipinos. It can be done. And with the right network, with the right support, I believe that we can go something about and we can really make dreams come true for other people. And it's not just about giving back, even for our generation, that with our work, we can already give back, and how the journey of the Filipino community can be there in the mainstream. And we are very passionate with putting back Philippines in the world map, that we are global and how to go about it. And I do hope that with the Global Filipino Network, we could support one another. I remotely work from Seattle, and I always just fly here in California to really network with the Filipinos, because I just have to be there for my graduate school as well. But point being, I hope that we can all be here supporting one another. So yeah.
So I think the Bay Area is such an amazing place because people really just listen to you. And one of my favorite stories was I met Justin Can. So he's a partner of Y Combinator. And then he mentioned that when he came to the Bay Area, he started out arranging lunch for a tech company. But he used it as a platform. And it opened so much doors. And eventually he met the right mentors. And it led him to where he is now. So I guess there's just so much opportunities. And you'd be so amazed at the amount of people, interesting people you'd meet if you put yourself out there. So I see Christina.
Hello, I'm Christina Laskowski. I'm the president of Stack Silicon Valley, which is a 501c nonprofit. Our mission really was to help spur economic development in the Philippines, empowered through science and technology, facilitated through holistic entrepreneurship. What do we mean by holistic entrepreneurship? When we basically re-strategized our efforts, actually one of our early founders was Dado Banatao. He was one of the founders back in the early 90s, 1991. The idea actually was an idea that Poch Macaranas, who was with the Department of Affairs, came up with. Poch, as an economist, had noticed that all around the world, there were all these Filipino experts in the areas of science and technology. Wouldn't it be great if we created hubs around the world and tapped into that as a country to help spur economic development? We've showcased Filipino-American entrepreneurs as well at our events. We did one 2 weeks ago at Berkeley. We've done it in the past at our Latitude Longitude conference. So we're here about supporting, everyone. And our goal really is also global. The Filipinos need to come out of the woodwork. There's a lot of talent that exists all around the world, and I think we're beginning to make noise. So with that, I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
No, I'm an accountant by profession, but never work as an accountant. I've been an entrepreneur all my life. That's why I've been listening to her. Yes, to the young people, it's better to be the boss of your own. The name Uncle Johnny that my kids call me here is the name of my restaurant back home. And to Reminish, one of my biggest catering there when Pope John came 1995, I was awarded 3,000 heads to feed for 3 days and 3 nights. And at the same time, I cannot forget my arch when my director from the cultural center called me, Johnny, we're going to Japan. Huh? Yes, sir. Why? We're representing the country in the Asian Song and Dance Festival. Wow, this is international catering. But good because you know what? During that time, cell phone is already there, the big phone, and the one who introduced in the Philippines, Digital, is right in front of my restaurant. So I call my sister-in-law, who is the wife of my brother, who they're both in the Air Force. Hey, your name is Johnny Veloso for 4 days and 4 nights. No one knows that I'm out of the country. But good because it sounds hard, but no, it's not because it's government control. I'm telling this story for the young people that there is always a way, focus, and more. And even without my dance school now, I maintain my performing kids for volunteer work, not just for Filipino communities. And even when I'm inviting you to our independence celebration, we have a gala night at the City Hall, Union Square performances, and more. So if you have nephews and nieces, apo, let me know, because that's my calling. Even without the dance school, we will work for our cultural, how do you call it, promotion. Thank you.
Also, part of this event, it wouldn't have been possible without our wonderful staff. So I want to introduce my chef. He was ex-Google and our manager, Francis. So, Francis first.
Hi, everybody. My name is Francis, and my dream in the Filipino community is to own my own Filipino restaurant. I've worked at many, like Max's. I stopped by Isla, and then here. So I've done full service, small scale, banquet hall. I'm from Pampanga, or my parents are, so I know how to cook. So I've been helping them and Ren's. So yeah, that's my goal in the Filipino community, and it's nice to see all your bright faces here this morning. Thank you.
So, one of our visions really is how do you bring Filipino food to non-Filipinos? And we're so happy that our chef joined us. So he left his job at Google. He was cooking for Google because he'd rather cook adobo. Yeah, good choice, Renz. I'm not sure if that was a good choice, but yeah.
I love Filipino food, that's why. Hi, my name is Renz. I'm from Rizal, Philippines. I grew up here. I was born there. I grew up here. I love Filipino food. I want everyone to taste Filipino food, not the authentic one and the mainstream one. But I want to share my foods with you guys, so I'm glad you guys are all here. So what you guys ate is a tocino and a tapa. Those are marinated for like few days, so that's gonna be like really tasty. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you.
So who else? Pat, Council Member Pat Dacascos.
Okay. Okay, I'll go over here because it's... I know we've been talking about business, but first of all, I want to welcome you to Union City on the City Council's behalf and also the city. I'm glad that you have picked Union City as one of your the places for gathering of the Global Filipino Network. I know you have been talking about businesses, but you have also, I also want to remind you about the importance of political connection. So in politics, and for example, if you apply for business license, you go to the city hall, and there are some conditions that only a Filipino representative like me who can explain and help you go through the process. Baka sakaling mas mabilis pa. Okay? So, anyway, it's not, but it doesn't involve lagay. It is very straight and legal. But some Filipino businesses cannot do it or do not know where to go or who to approach. I'm going to give you an example. For example, the Jerry's Grill. And we talked about this with Manny Fernandez was the council member at that time. Jerry's Grill could not have gotten that place at Union Landing without the help of Manny. But anyway, I have also businesses and other people who have talked to me regarding, Susan. Susan was the manager at that time. Okay, and so anyway, I'm just, again, thank you for having me here. Thank you, Arnold, for inviting me. I know most of the people here are young, but I'm young at heart too. Okay, thank you.